One more time for Brian. Make it loud for him. What is up? Hello. We're here. Did you come back? Did I meet you last night? Oh, man. All right. Didn't you give me a business card? Did you? Was your last name Kaszas? No, that was another guy. I got so many business cards yesterday. That's the Calgary hello. Hello, I'm a respected business individual here. I'm serious. I got like 4 business cards, and one guy just gave me a business card because his last name was the same as mine. He's like, I know you've met a lot of Zoltans, but have you met another Kaszas? And I'm like, no, not really. He goes, wham! And I'm like, Rob Kaszas. Hell yeah. He's in financial advice or something. Thank you so much for coming back. Some of these jokes will sound familiar. Just a heads up. I'll do my best to mix it up, but I'm not a damn magician, all right? I didn't do that much today, okay? There's not much to talk about. I don't have a car. I'm stranded here, all right? Like, there's... What did you want me to do? Go to Enterprise? Where do I go? I love this hotel because it's the closest I get to my room's right there, and I take the elevator down. It's beautiful, but then without a car, like the middle of the day is it feels like a sentence, you know? You're like, oh, I get some time in the yard tonight. Tonight I get to go out, and I know I could have gotten an Uber or something, but that seems like a lot. You know, because then I got to have a plan and then go do something, and I don't know, I'll just hang out here. That's what I did. I just hung out. I didn't eat at the restaurant today. I ate there yesterday. I don't know if anyone else is staying here. A lot of events going on. There's an 18-year-old's birthday party going on in the lobby. Does anyone try to crash that? You know? That's such a nice birthday. 18. All right. My 18-year-old birthday was not that, like, I had like 4 people there. We went to a strip club, because that's like the age that you can go in the States is 18, and we went, and like, look like we belong, or just... We did not look like we belonged. I remember we got kicked out. I didn't know you had to tip everybody. I didn't know that. But yeah, no, it's beautiful here. We went and had some food yesterday. It's very nice. I don't know if you had food here. It's good. A lot of elderly people. That's what it was. It was just nice. Everyone's nice. It's a buffet. It's a bunch of people. It's very good food, good conversation, a nice hack and cough in the corner. I don't know if you've ever had dinner with the elderly, but that's just par for the course. That's part of it. Someone off to the side, not far from you. You wish further, but pretty close. Just in the middle of... Ah! No one checking on him. His wife not even looking up from her plate, just like, that's just how he enjoys iced tea. There is an age where, like, they stop checking on you. I've noticed that. Like, if you cough like that 20 years younger than that guy was, people are like, call a medic, he's choking on his meat. But if you're a certain age, you're like, he's got a, I don't know. Doctors have quit, you know. No one's even trying. I had an exciting day. You didn't hear this on yesterday's show. I slept in. I couldn't fall asleep last night till like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. I don't know. I slept in. So I slept in till like 11:30. And I usually wake up before my wife, and I shoot her like a good morning text. And I didn't because I was sleeping. And so she texted me a bunch. She called me a bunch, and I didn't answer it. It's on silent. And then so she called the hotel to do a wellness check on me. And so I got a phone call. I'm like, what the hell is that? And I don't answer the phone for anybody, so I didn't answer it. And then I pulled my phone. It's 8,000. Are you okay? I'm getting worried. And then I FaceTimed her, and she's crying. And I'm like, what? She's like, I thought you were dead. And I'm like, even if I am, what are you calling people for? They can't. Let me sleep off the dead, you know? And so that did not make her feel better. She's just so worried, you know. Sometimes she gets in her head. She has a bit of the anxiety like I do, and she just goes on it. And I got to watch. That's why it's funny how texts are timestamped. I got to watch her spiral. 10 a.m., good morning. 10:30, whoo, my baby's sleeping in. 11, I'm getting worried. 11:30, I've called the hotel and I'm sobbing with the cats. It's like an hour and a half. And then I talked to her about it. She's like, I was so worried. I was like, how do I break the news to his mother that her son is dead? And she's like, I'm going to move back to Toronto. What's the point of living in the States? I only love you. I got to move back to Toronto. Then my family's going to be closer. I was going to call me over for dinner. And I was like, you went down that spiral in an hour and a half? You mentally moved. You moved. You broke my mother's heart. You moved back to Toronto. And I was just in a bed in Calgary going, She just loves me, that's all. I used to have a joke, and it always stuck with her. I had a joke, I don't know, in 2019. It's on an old special where I was like, comedians die in hotel rooms. That's what we do. And then not long after that, Bob Saget died in his hotel room. And I'm not saying I did it. I'm just saying he also wasn't the first one. That's just what the reason we die there is. We do this for a living. We get older, and then and we happen to be working to play, and then and then that room's haunted. Look, like I don't know. That's how it works, but it's always been in her head, and she's like, I remember Bob Saget. And I was like, I'm fine. I'm doing all right. But it's nice to know I'm loved, you know? There's a time in my life when I was single, and I'd sleep until 3 in the afternoon, and no one called me. And now that I think about it, man, when I was single, I wonder how many days I'd be dead till someone found out. You ever wonder that? Like, if you didn't have a love, is he breathing? You know, like, I don't know. I was trying to say something sentimental, but you guys got pulled back there. I apologize. But it's very nice to be here in Canada. I love coming to Calgary. My 3rd time here. Everyone's been so wonderful. Yeah, you guys have been great. Sold out all my shows this weekend. Thank you so much. They couldn't have done it without you. I need that. Comedy's way better with people. I'll tell you that. I've done comedy. This is my 20th year in comedy, and most of those years, plenty of tickets available, all right? You could have pulled some chairs together and laid down, but now that's becoming less and less, which is great. I'll take that. It was very nice to be here. Love coming up to Canada. My wife's Canadian, so I think I'm half Canadian. I think that's how that works. I'm half of you guys. I saw some lady shake her head. He's an idiot. That's not how it works at all. I think that makes me part Canadian. I'm up here. I'm not just here for work. I'm also, I don't know if you're following the news, but I'm scouting locations for an exit. I don't know if you're following what's going on in the United States. Chaotic is how I would describe it. Just a lot going on, and we don't know what. And we're like, what's going to happen next? And they're like, here's some more Epstein files. That's all they do. Every time it looks like they're about to lose control of the population, here's some more Epstein files, and we're like cats when it's not wet food day. Like, all right, well, give me some catnip or something. Give me something to live off of. You sprinkle down some Epstein, nom 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 nom, little Epstein files, nom 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 nom. All right, Sage is gonna kick down my door. Here's some more Epstein files, nom 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 nom. It's pretty divided down there. We can't even agree on what's murder. We watched the same video and we're like, that looks like murder. You're like, no, that guy was being aggressive while he was on all fours. You don't know it. We looked into his history. He's an amateur wrestler. That's where he was going to go, wah, and then choke everybody out. But thankfully, those untrained people with guns took care of him. Oh, man, that'd be funnier if it wasn't true. It's hard. I don't think, I'm going to say this about us, me and my people, America. I know you guys are Canadians. I don't think we get enough respect for how hard it is to be an American. All right? You know, I know we're the butt of a lot of people's jokes, and rightfully so. I'm not here to defend it. But then no one talks about how hard it is to be an American, all right? It's not as easy. On paper, it looks easy. It looks easy. It's just, it's God, country, family. That's it. And you're like, that's pretty easy. You laid it out right there. How hard is that to follow? Well, you sometimes swap God and country depending on what's going on. Family always stays at third. They never move up the list. It doesn't matter what happens. Family's always third. You're like, your daughter's pregnant. She's a teenager. Well, no abortion because God's against that, and so is most of the country. So good luck with that. Sorry, I'm a what would Jesus do kind of guy. It's like, well, what about mass deportation? You're like, damn it. All right, today it's country, God, and family. We gotta swap that. And you're like, oh, well, what about your immigrant stepfather's pregnant? What are you gonna do about him? And you're like, I don't know. Like, it's hard. No one ever talks about it. Being an American every day is playing Tetris with your morals. Just trying to figure out, are we God today or are we country? What are we doing first? It's never, when's it family? Never. That's when it is. Keep talking. I'll put guns third and you fourth. It's hard. It's hard to be an American. But it's fun. I don't know. It's exciting. There's always something to watch on the news. That's good. Took over Venezuela. That was fun. It was fun to just watch him here say the word Venezuela. I love it when he says multiple syllable words. Because it always sounds like he's saying them for the very first time out loud. Like he's reading them in the back and they're like, do you want to practice, Mr. President? No, I'm just going to hit it out there. Venezuela. Are you teaching people to say it? Venezuela. There's words I'm excited to hear him say. I saw on the news we have an armada. That's how they describe the Navy ships that we sent to Iran, and I'm like, God, I want to hear him say that out loud. We have a wonderful armada. I love the syllables he chooses to enunciate. It's fun. But yeah, it's scary. We took over Venezuela. It helped people because there's a bunch of Venezuelans that didn't like that dictator president. We just picked him out of the sky and dropped him over here. I don't know if you guys ever played SimCity growing up, but I used to do that. Roller Coaster Tycoon. You're in the pond now. How do you like that? That's how they picked up the president of Venezuela. I'm sleeping. No, you're over here now. And we're like, oh, that's good. We got the people of Venezuela are liberated. And then they're like, they also have a lot of oil. And I was like, oh. And they showed a graphic on TV of the countries with the biggest oil reserves. Like, I never looked into that. I just assumed it was the Middle East. I thought that's where all the oil comes from. No, they're like, Saudi Arabia's like 4th or 5th. It was like, number 1 was Venezuela. Number 2, you guys. How the hell did you let that cat out of the bag? Dude, that's why he was talking all that 51st state stuff. Canada would love to be the 51st state. You guys are like, no! If he ever starts talking about liberating you from the moose or whatever, you guys... be ready. I've been watching boxing in the back. There's a big boxing fight going on. I was watching that. I don't know if you guys were watching the fights earlier, but there was a guy with a wig. And it got knocked off in the middle. Who would have thunk it? This guy got hit and they missed and it went cling and it just peeled it right up and he was just flapping like an open can of tomato soup. Just bring it on. Why are you laughing? We're supposed to be fighting. Madison Square Garden, big arena. Even more people watching on TV. And you're like, what the hell? You know that was a conversation. Whoever slapped that, the glue's strong? Oh, buddy, the glue is so strong. Because do you have any idea what I do for a living? Yeah. Oh, buddy, you could hit this with a sledgehammer. And it just peeled, and he continued fighting. Like his corner, I could tell the corner was working on him, and I was trying to figure out which one was going to break him the news that his... Because by the time he sat down, it flopped down, but now it's backing off to the side, you know? And he has 3 people. One's working on a black eye, the other one's giving him some water, the other one's going, hey, try maybe this punch. And I'm like, which one's going to go, buddy? Your wig popped up. But someone eventually told him, and then right before he came out for the next round, he ripped it off and threw it in the crowd. Could you imagine leaving with that souvenir? We were close. How close? We caught a guy's toupee from the audience. No, he was a fighter. He was a fighter. And I gotta tell you, super glue, not that strong. We got this guy's scalp and took it back. It's insane. God, I love watching. Hey, we're here. All right. Oh, man. The energy is Thursday. I love it. That is the proper energy. It just feels like, we came off work and we got here. We found parking and we came into a building and we're like, the third floor? I can figure that out. And then you had to make the decision. Are you taking the stairs or are you going to wait for that elevator? And I'm proud of you. A lot of you took the stairs. All right, I'm proud of you. But I saw you have the moment where you're like, but it's right there. I love it. This is Grand Rapids, baby. We're in the thick of it tonight. Dr. Grins. We didn't promise laughs. Grinning. That's what we promised. Medically induced. I like a business that aims for an achievable goal. I like that. They didn't say anyone was going to have a hernia tonight. No one's going to lose a lung laughing. You like, let's go downstairs. You know? Keep it doable. But it's very nice. It's not my first time in Grand Rapids. I was here like a long time ago. Not at this club. I was at like some small theater, probably on a Thursday. It was like before we should. It was like my friends from San Diego, my comic friends, were like, "We should go on tour," and I'm like, "No one's asking for it." And they're like, "What if we just go anyway?" So like 5 of us, just to make sure we lose money, we got 5 of us together. I don't know if you know this about comedy. We usually travel by ourselves or with one other, and then we go home with whatever we have left. And we're like, hey, what do we do 5 to make sure this doesn't work? 5 of us flew out to Michigan, rented a van. One of us was dumb enough to buy a branded car magnet that we had a name for the tour. I forgot what it was, like Bad Business Plan Comedy Tour. I don't remember what it was. And we slapped car magnets on the side of this rental van, and after an hour of driving, we stopped to pee, and one of the magnets had already flown off. And that's all I remember from that tour. All I remember is the magnet went down, and the driver was like, oh, no. He full-on did this. I watched a grown adult man put both hands on his head, like, oh, like he just ran over a child or something. I was like, it's a magnet, and we have the other. Like, it's okay. It's just whoever passes us on the right will still have respect for the people in the van. And the people on the other side won't. Like, wouldn't that be nice? I like it. But yeah, we came in today. You got a very nice airport. That looks brand new. That looks like... how new is that airport?
It's new.
Half of it's new? Well, I landed on the new half. It looked like an iPhone that you just took the peel off of. It is a shiny new airport. They got video screens everywhere. Like whoever designed it, like, what's our budget for video screens? Oh, there, and there. It's so funny because they're all for advertisements, but you don't have enough to advertise, apparently. It's like the same 3 advertisements, and one of them was for a water heater. I'm not making that up. One of them is for the local water heating company, and I'm just landing, Bob's peeing, I'm waiting by the bathroom, and I look up, and they're like, Walter and Sons, you in for a water heater? And I'm like, who the hell's buying a water heater? Who's at the airport going, you know what? We really got to figure that out. Where'd you hear about us? Gate A. We're by the new airport, man. We had a good time. We got picked up by a very excited Uber driver, very elderly, but very excited. You ever meet like elderly people with like a lot of energy, and you're like, what is that? That's not okay, right? Like elderly, and you're like, hey! Like he yelled, I'm Kenneth! From the car, through his open window. His window is open, and he's like a Chevy Equinox. I'm Kenneth! And I'm like, well, it's too late. Let's get in. And And that's how the conversation went. He just talked the entire way, made a lot of lane changes without looking. I don't know that he didn't look, but I also didn't see a lot of this action. There was a lot of, yeah, Grand Rapids is great. And I'm just like, oh, boy. Ever been one of those Uber rides where you're like, well, if we die, we can't be surprised, you know? That's always my biggest fear, is getting into an accident in an Uber, because I'm in the back, I'm probably going to survive, and then that guy's probably going to die, and now I'm back there. How awkward, right? How awkward is, oh my God! Oh, he's dead. Yeah, that's... But he was very excited. He was like so pumped about Grand Rapids. He's like, have you been here before? I'm like, yeah, once for a second. He's like, buddy, this is a great town. And then he went on to say things that by just judging him by the way he looked, he should be angry about. But he was very positive. It was weird. It was off-putting. He's like, oh, man, Grand Rapids is growing so much. A bunch of millennials are come in here, and there's like, it's very progressive, and the town's just growing. It's amazing. And I'm looking at like gray hair coming out of his ears. And I'm like, the tone in which you're telling that news isn't like it should be like, oh, those damn millennials with their woke ideology. But he's like, isn't it wonderful? I'm like, I don't know, do you think it's wonderful? I'm like, I'm trying to figure out where you stand on all this. But yeah, we made it in. It was good. It was a long travel day, but we made it. We survived. Opening day of baseball. Love it. Any baseball people? Yeah. I love baseball. I love it because that's what America used to be. Just slow. Like, that's the reason that was America's sport, baseball, because it's like, what are there, like 1,000 games in a season? Your team could be like 0-20, and you're like, we got a chance, all right? A lot of season left, let's get it together. That was baseball, just like singing songs and eating snacks. That was America. And now it's just football. Now America feels like football, where it's like, yeah. Fire him, fire him. He just got fired. He almost lost the game. Fire him. That quarterback sucks. I want to kill that quarterback. We keep trying to fix it when the problem is the game. That's like baseball. There's no problems with baseball. The only problem with baseball, they kind of fix it like, it kind of takes them a long time to throw the pitch. Maybe we can put in a clock so they don't take so long to throw the ball, you know? And they're like, okay. And so the game started going faster. Football, they keep trying to fix it like, man, these guys keep dying. How do we fix it? What if... And then we just like we just don't understand that it's the game. That's the game. The game is murder ball, and we're like, man, there's a lot of murder happening at murder ball. How do we fix the game? How do we fix it? I don't think I think that's the game. I think that's, what if like they're closer together during kickoffs? What if they have less distance to run at each other before spearing them with their head into the other guy's head? Yeah, we can try that. Let's try that. They're still dying. It makes no sense. It's like if the American pastime was dueling, you know? Like, how do we do it without people getting shot? And we keep trying. We're like, all right, only shots to the head. All right? Oh, wait, most of that will miss. And like, people keep dying. I know it's a dumb joke, but I already said it. That's what I thought about. Saying about that. In group text, we accidentally group texted military plans. Like the wrong guy. Which, that's crazy to think that's even in a group text, man. Because politicians are like you and me. Like, they probably hate group text too. Like, I'm in like 4 group texts. I hate every time I get an alert. I'm like, ugh. And I'm like, I wonder if that's how they react. It's like, I guess we're bombing the Houthis on Saturday. I react to every group text I've ever got. Do they use GIFs? Thinks he's hilarious. In the group text, he's funny, but in person, I'll tell you what, dry as dragon bait. God, I hate group text, man. I can't imagine if it was an important one, you know? Because, like, you have one of those, and it's like, oh, the Houthis, that's important. And then you get your other group text, are we still meeting at 5? Isn't that crazy? Like, because I get so much information on this phone. Some of it's important, but most of it isn't, because I do this. Most of my texts are just like, hey, did you pay the rent? And I'm like, no. And I go over to the Bank of America app and I pay my rent. But they're doing important stuff. So, like, I just picture being a politician and getting a text group chat about a war that might be happening and then just getting an ad from Uber Eats, like, right on top of it. Do you ever get a text and then you want to hit the text, but then the Uber Eats, like, you look hungry, and then you accidentally, your fat thumb hits that, and then you forget about the text, now you're at Chick-fil-A, you're like, yeah, let me get a Chick-fil-A, that'll get delivered, and they're like, Zoltan, what's your thoughts on the Houthi war? And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I got distracted. I was ordering some feed. That's what I was doing. Because we're all just people, you know? Even the politicians we love, even the ones we don't like, we're all just people. Like us. You ever do something so dumb and then look around and you're so happy that no one saw it? You ever do something so stupid, you do one of these and thank God, that's between me and the Lord right there. They don't have that option. Someone started that group text about the Houthis. They accidentally added like a reporter, and then afterwards their way of denying it was, no! I'm like, you can't use my defense from when I was 8. That's how I defended myself when I was 8 years old. My mom's like, did you? No! It says here you did. Well, that's a lie, is what that is. I felt bad for him. I honestly did, because then they had to go to Congress and all of them just sat at the table. They were like, this is disrespectful, I can't believe that. And they're just like, well, we didn't, I don't know. Group texts are okay. Oh, it's fun. It's fun. And I don't know what the politics are in this town, and that's why it's very vague and open. According to the Uber driver, it's very progressive, and he's cool with it. And just so you know. But yeah, even the way he said things, like, yeah, we got a bunch of children's hospitals here. We got one of the best children. People fly in with their sick kids, and I get to take them. Isn't that great? I'm like, yes and no. Like, great that it exists, and it's such a good children's hospital. You have the wrong demeanor for the information you give. You ever meet people like that? I got a buddy like that. My manager, he's like an extreme sports guy. He broke his back snowboarding, and he told me on the phone, he's like, I'm in the hospital, I can't move my neck. But he was telling me with the energy that I would tell you what I had for dinner last night. Like, let's say I went to a nice restaurant, it was a good steak, and I was like, man, that steak was amazing. He said my back's broken with the, vertebrae 4 and 5, she's gone, man. Wow, And I'm like, why is your delivery wrong for this thing you're saying? These are the things I think about. I'm sorry. I ate a chicken sandwich before I came up here. I was very hungry. I don't know if you got the chicken sandwich. It's a fried chicken sandwich, and it's fried. It's some places are like, we fried it, and these people are like, we did it twice just to make sure. And I ate it all because I made it better for me. I love it. Are you from here? Local?
Yeah.
Grew up here? No? Where are you from?
Chicago.
Chicago. And then you came out here to buy a house? Oh, you came for school and stayed. Love that. What did you do for school?
I went to automotive school and then coached volleyball.
That's a good mix right there. I don't know if you guys heard that. You went to automotive school, coached volleyball, and I got to tell you, you look like both of those things. I've never seen that before. You totally nailed both looks. I can see you with spark plugs just going, yeah, you gotta put it on the back of your head a little, get some head grease in there. That might be light bulbs that I just did. Remember when I said you ever say something dumb and then you look around to hear? There's a lot of people in this attic that heard, yeah, you look like you do both of those things. That's so cool. Came from Chicago. That's one of my favorite cities. I like it. I like Michigan too. I've been out to Michigan. You guys are very white. Because there's a pigment level of white that I feel like Michigan hits, where it's like I used to work cruise ships and I would see this level of white on the cruise ship, and it almost felt like it was ordered by a doctor. You know, it was like Listen, we gotta get some vitamin D in you. We're sending you to the Bahamas, all right? Just get down there and soak it up, and it's good. I like it. I also like how the laughter dies down. Like, when it's over, it's really over. You know, like that. I also like this room. It is jam-packed. It can't be the capacity. Like, just come in here. I don't know. What did this building used to be? The Bob. Did it used to be something?
It's always the Bob.
It was always the Bob? This wasn't like a mill or something? Back in the day, they're always just like... Big old building. No, I got the acronym. I got that. That was the first. That's on the website. Welcome to the B.O.B. Big old building. It's like a joke written by the town dad. And people get it, but they still feel the need to be like, big old building, by the way. Which, by the way, I love dad jokes, all right? Quit picking on dads for underlining the punchline. Let them underline a punchline every now and then. I love dad jokes. Like, every time I'm boarding a flight and I'm on the jetway, one time I was with my wife and the dude with the earmuffs comes from downstairs, and he came up, and I was like, he just came up from checking the oil. You know? Just a fun little... Yeah, she didn't laugh either. But those are fun little dad jokes that I enjoy. I like the laughs in this room because they are there, and then there's just a little top layer of judgment, and I like it. It is. Do you feel it? You know, it's like someone just lacquered their deck, and they're like, "Is it nice?" It's a little slippery, but it's here. What did you say?
No GR.
No GR?
No. GR all the way.
I like how you're using code like I live here. No GR. What, Grand Rapids?
Yes.
No GR. Cole? Go GR. Oh, I see. All right, now I get it. All right. Go Grand Rapids, which means you guys have a little judgment. I like it. I feel like that's all of this part of the country, like Wisconsin, Minneapolis, like all these states up here. You guys are like, welcome. There's a little, you know what I mean? Oh, no, yeah. The more the merrier. It's a little, I'm like, what's that? It is the Midwest, but to be honest with you, you guys are nicer about it. I think every place has that. It's just some people are more open about it. Like, you go to some parts of the country, they're like, get the hell out of here! And here your way is going, the meaning's the same. We're all that way. I don't like it. Like, I live in Southern California. You know who we don't like? People from Arizona. That's what we don't like. And you know why? It's because they come to San Diego in the summertime because it's too hot over there. In Arizona, it's too hot, and so they come to use our beach. And you just see a bunch of Arizona license plates just clogging up the road. Bunch of zoning. Go back to your hellscape. You know, that's what we yell at them. And they are who we are. A lot of them are San Diegans that moved out there so they could buy a house. But once they got their, Arizona tags, we're like, get out of here. Man, I mistimed that walk, didn't I? I did not know how much time it was gonna take, and then I'm like, I'm already here. That felt like I made it up to the altar before the band started playing. Not yet, damn it! The flower girl isn't even here yet. And I had to go back. That's embarrassing. You think I'd be smooth at my own thing, right? All this is set up for me. You think I do that smoothly? No, I'll trip over my own feet. Doesn't matter how nice the lighting is at this club. This is wonderful, isn't it? I feel like a new iPhone or something. This is the new iPhone man. Bad directions, but he'll still tell you to go that way or something. I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but it's very nice of you to come. Arctic blast temperatures. Wow, good Lord, you guys are fine. Like, you guys weren't even wearing your best coats. I watched you come in. You guys were dressed like you were just taking the trash out to the street. come in like it was no big deal. I was like, God, I was dressed like I was catching crab or something. Like I was wearing everything I own. Everything I own. None of it good, by the way. None of it built for this. I didn't know that. I live in San Diego. None of my clothes, they're worthless here. My clothes, I don't know. I thought we all wore the same stuff. There's only so many brands you can buy, right? You were wearing different stuff than what I'm wearing. I didn't know my shoes sucked. My shoes suck. Right through my toes. Just. I was like, am I wearing Crocs? What is going on down there? I feel every little Ah! That was awful. There was crunching. I heard crunch. My clothes were crunching. I've never heard it sound like I was covered in potato chips, and I woke up drunk on the floor. Just every step, crunch, 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 crunch. And I'm like, I think my clothes are breaking. I think it's the coldest I've ever experienced. This is the coldest I've ever experienced. I'm sure this isn't even top 5 for you. Oh, God. This guy wasn't around for Christmas in '96. We lost Nana to the newspaper. That's what. She went to go get the paper, but it was too cold. Sorry, I shouldn't even joke about that. That's a legitimate death out of here. That's someone just gets angry and just beats me up. He's ripping on Nana. But yeah, this is the cold. The other coldest was somewhere in Iowa. It was -8. I remember that. That was like 2012. I remember that because like the night before, I was opening for a friend of mine, Charlie Wiener, and he called me the night before because he knows I'm a San Diego boy, and he goes, "Do you know the temperatures you're gonna get into in Iowa?" He's like, "It's -8," and I go, "Yeah, I looked." And he goes, "Do you have like a winter coat?" And I go, "I think." And he's like, "Send me a photo." So I sent him a photo, and he goes, "That's not gonna work." And it's like at night. I'm flying the next morning, so I ran out to like a thrift store right before they closed, and they had one snowboarding jacket for $5. And I took it. There was no other options, and it had a hole in it. So like I didn't notice it had a hole in it, but I took it on the airplane with me, and when I sat down, all these feathers shot out of the sleeve. I look like a bad magician. I just sat down there, boom, just feathers shot everywhere. I'm like, it was a $5 coat, everybody. But it saved my life. I was just covered in feathers, and then I remember I had jeans that I had busted the crotch open on. Because I did an audition where they asked me if I could dance, and I did like a scissor kick, and I blew the crotch open. And this was at a time when comedy wasn't going. I didn't have like replacement pant money at that time. There's a time in every young comic's career where you blow the crotch out, and you're like, all right, maybe next year we're gonna replace these pants. So I was in Iowa with a jacket with feathers shooting out, and just a flap open. And I was like, that is not good right there. That'd be such an odd spot for, what's that called? Frostbite? Just one spot on the inner thigh. Like, how did that happen? Oh, I did a scissor kick at an audition. And I didn't realize the trouble I had gone into, but it's very nice here. I love coming to Madison. It's my 3rd time here, and everyone's very nice and good people. I like the hotel I'm staying at. It's beautiful. The Madison Concourse. Very nice. If you guys have ever stayed there, the water pressure is violent. That is the meanest. It is a fire hose. I'm like, am I protesting? What are we doing here? It is pain, like it's on, and I'm like, it's one of those showers you get in like this, and then you're just against the wall. You can't go front in. There's too many sensitive areas here. You gotta back into the shower and just quick baptism and the bidet shot, and then you're out of there. You're like, I gotta get to my show. It is pain. What happened? Why? Why that kind of water pressure? That must have been a 1-star review. That had to have been. That water pressure feels like a vendetta. Like it feels. I think someone left a 1-star review like 6 months or a year ago, and they're like, the water pressure was a joke. And the manager read that, and he's like, get me Jeff. And Jeff comes by, crank it up to 11, but you can't handle it, sir. I don't know why he has an accent, but that's fun to think of a maintenance man in Wisconsin. The boilers can't handle the pressure. I said crank it to 11, damn it. And now the rest of us at the Madison Concourse. I have been places where it's very hot, and I think I prefer the cold just because you can put more stuff on. You're shaking your head no. Listen, I don't disagree with you. You live here. I'm just coming in for a little, ooh, what an adventure. And then Sunday morning, I'm like, get me the hell out of here. So listen, this is a biased opinion from someone who's only here for a couple days, so don't be offended. But I think I prefer the cold because you can put more on, you know? And then the heat, I've been in places where I'm like, even if I was naked, I'd still be upset. You know? Even God, it was cold. But it does make, I don't know, I think the cold is uniting, you know, because you need people to just, like you just want to grab a stranger, just don't be weird. Just get in here, breathe into my neck. Breathe into my neck right now. Don't make it weird, just breathe into my neck. That brings people together. The heat separates us. Ah! You're sticking to me like a vinyl seat. Get away from me. The cold is like, get in closer. I know we were fighting, but we're fine now. Just get in. I think that's what's eventually going to solve our differences. I think if it keeps getting colder, eventually it's going to get a point where like just an ICE agent and an illegal immigrant are just like, get in here. I changed my mind. I don't want you to leave. Hey, like, I never wanted to leave. Well, just breathe into my neck. I think the weather might solve all the division. Thank you. Probably too soon for that joke. I could feel the laughs fall off a cliff. Ha! It's happening. I'm sorry. But yeah, very cold. Enjoyed it. I walked around. Yeah, I didn't walk around today. The only walking I did, I stayed in the hotel. They had a restaurant in there, and I'm like, I'm not leaving. They had a Starbucks in there, and it's like they were built for this. They're like, we got a Starbucks, we got a restaurant. Where do you got to go? And I'm like, nowhere. That is right. I liked walking around. I walked around yesterday, and it was still very cold for me, but it was enough so I could walk around for like 10 minutes. You know, I could do that. And I didn't realize you guys are tough. Like everyone in your town is tough. I walked by a homeless person outside, and he was like, he had no shoes, barefoot, with a blanket over him, and he crossed the street. I'm wearing everything I got, and I'm like, and he walked by, and he was like, he gave me a look, and I'm like, all right, like I thought, he's right. I don't have what it takes, you know. I walked around for 10 minutes, and I had to go into a coffee shop to warm up. I went into Michelangelo's over there. It's nice. Yeah, I liked it. Everyone's nice. And that's tough. That's a tough acclimation to go out from the cold, and then you come in, and everything just starts flowing. I just started crying. I had a snot bubble. I'm drooling into my mustache. And the barista knew. She's like, I'll give you a minute. And I'm like, yeah. Sorry, let my face drain. I gotta let my face drain before I order my sandwich. But I like everyone. Everyone's nice here. I know you guys hear it all the time, but like some of the nicest people are in Wisconsin. Like even your young people are nice. That's where you can tell. Cause like I travel a lot, and like older people, like people my age and up, everyone seems to be somewhat friendly no matter where I travel. But there's like a new crop of young people where like you go and order something and they just stare at you. They just... You start the I don't know if you probably don't have it here, because everyone's nice, but I was like at a Dunkin' Donuts somewhere, and this girl was just... And I'm weird too, so now it's just two of us going. Hi. And it was a very sheepish hi that I gave because I didn't know if I had done something. She was looking at me like I showed up to like a high school party and I was too old to be there or something. And I'm like, no, this is a Dunkin' Donuts. This is open to everybody. And I was like, can I get a small midnight roast? And she's just, can I also get a sandwich? And then I just tapped, and then I don't think she blinked, and I was like, all right. And I don't want to be one of those people like that age, and then they're like, back in my day, we had customer service. When someone would come in, we're like, can I take your coat? Can I clean your boot with my tongue? Can I fluff your pillow? I'm not saying that, but we had to like try a little. You could be mean to customers, but you had to let them be rude first. Like, that's how they're like, you couldn't be rude first. You had to give them the benefit of the doubt. Hey, welcome to Dunkin' Donuts. What can I get you? And you're like, where's your manager? Then you can be like, all right, let's bring it on, dude. But it's like, we're not even getting to that part. What's with the judgment? I don't know. But I enjoyed Michelangelo's. Everyone was very nice over there. Got a little breakfast sandwich, got my coffee. That was great. I got to eavesdrop. That's my favorite part of hanging out at a coffee shop. And I hate when people are like, don't eavesdrop, that's rude. I don't know how not to. I have ears. If you have a loud conversation, I'm next to you, I can't not listen to you. I didn't bring my headphones, and I'm going to be like, huh. And I was eavesdropping on a job interview. It was, and it wasn't for the coffee shop. This is one of these job interviews where they're like, let's meet at the coffee shop. That won't be weird. And so it was a job interview at a coffee shop, and I'm listening to it, and it was like, is everyone giving their life stories now at job interviews? She started, she's like, well, I was born in Long Beach, California. And I was like, born? What is this job? There's a dead entry? Well, 7 years ago, I was birthed into a boiling pot of water. Why am I doing accents? I don't know what everyone is for ye old English today. But she just kept going on and on about her life, and then too much. It got sad. It got sad to her. She's like, my husband's a long-haul trucker, and he's on the road all the time, and I'm just lonely. So I moved back here, and I thought I'd get a job, and I just wanted to turn around like, just hire her. Make her stop. She's bumming everybody out. This is sad. Give her the job. Maybe that's what job interviews are now. I'm very lucky. I've been able to do this full time for the last 10 years, but I still remember job interviews. Like I used to be bad at all of them. Like, I didn't know, I just want to, you know what I hated about job interviews is when they would do the soft talk in the beginning, like, oh, how's it going? Yeah, Mondays. Oh, it's kind of warm out there, isn't it? Yeah, it's a good shirt for the warmth. I like these shirts. But, that little soft, like, no pressure. I never knew when those ended and the interview started. Like, I remember one time I was at a job interview for Ace Hardware. I was applying for this hardware store, and they were doing that, like, soft talk with me. Like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So, Honda Civic, huh? Oh, yeah, I had a Honda Civic, too. That's good. Automatic? Yeah, who can learn stick? That's hard. And we're doing the little back and forth, and I thought they asked me to tell me about myself, like my personal life, but they meant like tell me about your background and work. So they're like, tell us what's the deal? And I'm like, I don't know, I'm just been hanging out. And I thought it was, that's time to change. And they're like, no, like, why would you be good for the hardware store? And I was like, oh. And then I'm like, I've held a drill. Now I'm all messed up, and I don't know. The worst one I ever had was Office Depot. I got a job at Office Depot. And I can't believe they gave me an interview. Like, I honestly can't believe, because I went in and I asked, this is back in the day where you had to do it and you had to fill out a paper. And I went in and I was like, can I get an application? And the manager was like, oh, yeah, I'm the manager. Here, let me grab you that. We're hiring right now. I'm like, great, because I want a job. And then I grabbed the paper and I was like, great, I'll bring this back. And I left. And I turned and left. I'm not good with, like, interaction, so I just, once my conversation is done, I want to get the hell out of there. I wish I had a jetpack to just go, and then just, as soon as I'm done with any conversation with someone I don't know, are we done here? And then just bust through the ceiling, and I'm gone, and I'm never seen again. That's my daydream. That's the dream I'd love to have. But as soon as he handed me the thing and he was like, yeah, drop it off when you're ready, I'm like, cool. And I turned and ran out of the first door that was near me, and it was the emergency exit door that had all these signs that said, don't go through this door. So many arrows going, don't do it. It's not an exit. And I just plowed through it like there was a jetpack on me, and then the whole store. The alarm goes off, and then I turn around, and the manager who just gave me the job application has to, like, use his key card to reset the entire system. And he's just looking at me, and I'm like, I'm really good at following directions. And then I left, and I filled out the application. I can't believe they called me for an interview. It's like he didn't remember. I remember that interview was weird because he was like, his first question, there was no soft talk like the other one. First question, he goes, why Office Depot? And I was like, what? I don't know why that threw me for it. Like, I was not expecting that. And I was just like, I live down the street. And he's like, what? I can't write that down. I'm like, but I want to walk to work. And this is in that distance. That's all I want. I don't want to drive to, and he's like, I can't write that down. And I'm like, all right, I got a beef with Staples. And the only way I can get my full revenge is to be hired here and make this the #1 store in Southern California. And I will not rest until every Staples is underwater. And they're like, hired. And I'm like, cool, bring it in. I got that job. I wasn't good at that. I don't know. Is Office Depot still around? Is that a job that's... Yeah, that was like... They didn't give me any training. They just showed me the sexual harassment video. And then they're like, get out there. And I was like, there should be more, right? I don't know if they still show sexual harassment videos, but they were always funny when I watched them. Like, you could... Because I always watch it from, like... They auditioned for this. Like, the actors in the reenactments, they want to be like Matt Damon or, like, you know, like a big star, but you got to work your way up. It's like doing open mics in comedy. You got to work your way up. And they're like, I got an audition. And so they're just practicing. I just pictured them practicing their lines in their apartment. Just like, can I take you out, Meredith? And then like their roommates helping them out, and they're like, what's this for again? It's for sexual harassment for Office Depot. I'm playing pervert. That's why, I don't know, I was like looking back at everyone's dreams. Everyone's road to their dreams is always pretty funny and full of, really, you know? But it's fun out there. It's been exciting. I like keeping up with stuff. I think we're going to get Greenland. That's pretty exciting. Isn't that? Bring him on in, man. That's fun. It's great. He said he's like, we're going after it because they didn't give me the Nobel Peace Prize. So maybe I won't be so peaceful. And I'm like, man, just give him the prize. Has that ever... I know you're not supposed to play... But just give him the damn prize. Make one up. Make an intramural... Not intramural, but like a biannual... You know how they do, like... Just make one up. They'll like it. I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy that not getting the Nobel Peace Prize might be his art school rejection. We tried it. I don't know. Trying to make jokes while they're still allowed. Don't worry, I'll stop. That was fine. Don't worry, I don't know anything. If that made you upset, trust me, it was a gamble. We all take chances in life. And I love you. Don't worry, it's too cold for hate right now, all right? If there's any sort of hatred in here, let's go outside. No jackets, just you and me. And breathe into my neck. It's what I need, but yeah. It's very nice to be here. I love coming to Madison my third time. Coldest time I've ever been is this one. Boy, did I learn. Yesterday was the coldest I've ever experienced. And after 3 days here, I've now noticed there is a difference between -5 and -20. There is a very distinct difference between those two temperatures. Because as someone from Southern California, like once it goes below 0, why are you counting? What's the difference? There is a difference, all right? Here's what I experienced at -20. I felt each one of my individual nose hairs freeze. That is a feeling I have never felt before. It was like little gnomes in my nose, just... Each individual nose hair. Wow. I couldn't it was like the first time I had a Q-tip. I'm like, is this... I don't know how I feel about myself anymore. One more time for everyone you've seen. Jesse Edom, Johnny LaQuasto, Bob Hansen. That's who that man is. That man that was in front of you kicking, that's what he does in the back. He's a lunatic. You know what he told me right before he came out? He goes, have a good time, 9/11. And then he just left. That was the last words I heard. It was 9/11. And then I got hey! It's one of my favorite human beings, man. It's so good to be out here. I love coming to Irvine. You and your big dumb mall. I love it. Big dumb mall. Everywhere else, the malls are going out of business. Here, it's thriving. Because you guys all make 6 figures. You guys all just bring your everyone in here. Look at all of you. Everyone. Good posture, good teeth, good bones. Health insurance. I see it on all of you. Solid posture. You guys look like if a Instagram filter had sex with a TikTok filter. That is the people of Irvine. You guys look like you're all conceived in a Tesla. That's who you guys are. Don't be ashamed of it. Don't be ashamed of making 6 figures. That is great. Keeps the riffraff out. Yeah? This mall is intimidating to come into. It's the only mall I know with a valet. By the way, I love the people that aren't laughing right now. They're like, what is the matter with valet? At the shopping mall, what am I supposed to do? Park on the 5th floor of a parking structure and take a picture of the floor and aisle that I parked on? And then save enough battery so I can get back to my vehicle? Or am I gonna get a valet? I'm not picking on you, but it's good to be here, man. It's nice. I love it, man. It's a good vibe up here. We're living life. We're doing it. Doesn't it feel like it's almost over? Doesn't it? It feels like life, the world. I mean, it's close, doesn't it? Global warming, there's a drought, there's still a virus lingering around. Earth feels like a restaurant that's trying to close and humanity's that last table in the corner that just isn't getting the hint. Why is everyone vacuuming? Why are the house lights on? I think it might be over. COVID's still around, but we don't care, which is great, and I'm all for it. I think COVID was like America's stepdad. I think that's what it was. I don't know what your family life was, but I had a couple stepdads growing up. COVID reminded me of the stepdad. He comes in, makes a bunch of rules that weren't there before. He doesn't want to see your face. If he has to, he wants it to be 6 feet away. how he prefers it, you know? But now COVID is like that stepdad that's slowly breaking up with your mom. Where you're like, he's still around, but you know you don't have to listen to him, you know? Mom's already on Tinder. You got nothing on her now. So it's good, man. I love it. I love being here. I'm 35 years old. That's what I am. Yeah, I'm 35, and I just realized it's been me all along. That's what I've learned. I think that's what you learn at 35. In your 20s, you don't know what's going on, and then when I hit 30, I'm like, I gotta cut some of these toxic people out of my life. And then I hit 35, and I was like, oh, it was me? It was me the entire time? Damn it! I thought it was David. I haven't talked to David in 5 years. And I learned it was me. That's a bummer to find out it was you, man. That's what it's like. I go to therapy. That's what I do. I go to therapy. The journey of self-discovery. You know what you never self-discover? Anything good. No one's ever gone to therapy and then they came home, they're like, I'm great at math. I think I'm gonna go be an engineer now. I had no idea, but all those numbers in my head, I invented something. I was trying to think of something, and nothing came up. That's what that pause was. But yeah, I started going to therapy when I made the realization that this is what I'm doing right now. This is how I feel comfortable sharing my thoughts and feelings. This is how I prefer to do it. I prefer to be elevated and illuminated and amplified. And I like it to be frowned upon for you to interrupt me. That's what I learned. And once I learned that, I'm like, I gotta run this by somebody. Because that can't be healthy, right? That sounds like the makings of a narcissist. So I started going to therapy, you know. I like going to therapy. It's weird. Like, I don't have health insurance, but I go see a brain doctor. You know, my mind's taking care of my body. I just got an Apple Watch. That's what I got. It has a heart rate monitor, and I click on that. I'm like, yeah, we're still kicking. All right. We're doing just fine, you know. I go to therapy, and I try to mix in some medical questions during therapy. Because she's the closest I have to a physician, you know? I know she's not an official doctor, but she might have met one in college. So I just try to mix in some medical questions, like, sometimes when I urinate, my left testicle hurts, and she's like, how do you feel about that? Insecure, I think that's how I'd label that feeling. Self-conscious? I don't know. I always think I have some other thing that I don't actually have. Like, I asked her if I have schizophrenia, and she's like, I don't think so. She's like, why do you think you have schizophrenia? And I'm like, sometimes there's a voice in my head. And she's like, oh yeah? Who is it? And I'm like, it's me. She's like, that's perfectly fine. What do you guys talk about? Jokes, mainly. Mainly just running bits. And she's like, it's perfectly fine. And it made me wonder, I wonder if there's like a positive schizophrenia. You ever wondered that? You only hear about the negative schizophrenia. What if there was a positive schizophrenia? How great would that be? You're just walking down the street and a voice you don't recognize is like, hey, you're doing great. Hey, we're not getting medication for that one. Or hold on to that one. Who couldn't use that little pep talk every once in a while? I like it. I like going to therapy. We talk about all sorts of things. We talk about depression. I think there's different levels of depression. I have what I like to call a healthy level of depression. You know, just enough to keep me humble and likable. You know, just a regular guy. You ever meet someone who could use a little depression? You know what I mean? Those obnoxiously positive people. Like, every day's an opportunity. And you're like, he could use a dash. He could use a pinch of depression. He could use a little dry rub of depression, you know. Nothing major. He could use a parking ticket on a rainy day. Just something to bring him down. I have a healthy level of depression. Like, I would never kill myself, but I would like to die naturally soon. I think that's just being human. Like, I would never do it, but can we pick a day? Tell me where to be, you know? I feel like some of you get it, some of you don't. Like, I get it, Irvine's a happy place. You're like, what? Here's another example. Like, if I'm on a plane and it's going down, I'll scream, but I'm not going to be the loudest. You know what I mean? I'll scream loud enough so no one around me gets suspicious about the reason it's going down. I'm not going to be dramatic about it. I'll give it a healthy, we're all taking it down. It's where it's at, man. Working on it, working on being better. I don't know. I was just always taught to keep my thoughts and feelings inside. That's what I'm trying to work on now, just to share my thoughts and feelings off stage. For some reason, up here, I'll tell you about my life. You know where I'm uncomfortable? Everywhere else. Like if I'm walking down the aisle of a grocery store and someone walks at me and we have to do this thing for half a second, I'd rather be lit on fire, alright? I'd rather do this than have to do that ever. It's just uncomfortable. Yeah, I'm trying to get comfortable sharing my feelings off stage. Because I was raised that your thoughts and feelings are meant to be kept in your heart. Don't let them out. Because what happens if you let them out? Next thing you know, you're storming the Capitol. That was someone's in here idea. And it slipped out. And before he could catch it, there's already a guy dressed like a yak next to him. I think we gotta go through with it now. That was someone's in here idea. That was my favorite guy at the Capitol riot. I don't know who your guys' favorites were. My favorite was the guy who's dressed up like a water buffalo. I just imagine him showing up to the rally and just looking around and going, I misread that email. All right. Change now, everyone's already seen me in it. Take the head off and have fuzzy pants on, that'd be ridiculous. I gotta ride this day out. You guys are good, man. Learned so much about myself. Found out I'm hyper-aware. I didn't know what that was. You know, I found out I have anxiety too. I didn't know I had anxiety. I thought I was just a good person. You ever confuse good person with anxious? That's what I found out. I thought I was a good person. No, anxiety. I found that out of therapy because she asked me, she's like, what goes on in your head in like a social situation? I was like, all right, like if I'm on a plane and we've landed and it's deboarding, I count the rows. And in my head, I'm like, all right, when that lady gets up, I'm going to spring up, get that bag, then I'm going to get this bag. Don't forget the camera's under there. And at that point, my fiance Emma goes, is everything okay? Are you all right? And I'm like, shut up. Are you ready? You need to be ready. And she's like, what's wrong right now? I'm like, it's our turn. Let's go. We got to go. She's like, I don't want to take half an extra second getting my bag down. She's like, maybe someone behind me is going to punch me in the back of the head. Because that's who I am. If you're in front of me on a plane and we're getting off and you're like, is my bag over there or over there? I'm like, we get to kill them, right? Like, we get to end them right here. But I found out that's not being a good person. I thought I was being polite, but it just turns out that someone yelled at me when I was 4 when they should have hugged me. Somehow 30 years later that manifested into, we gotta go! And that's what you break down. Hyper-aware too, I learned that. Hyper-aware. It means I'm always aware of what's going on. You know, like I saw you yawning a couple minutes ago. I didn't want to say anything. I was in the middle of something else, but my brain noticed it. I'm like, all right, you're boring. Step it up, Zoltan. You're being 5 hours. No, it's okay. I'm sure everyone has a reason. You're not wrong for yawning. I'm wrong for noticing. There's a room full of people laughing. I'm like, she yawned. You gotta step it up, man. You're failing your crowd right now. You gotta step it up a notch. It's not your fault. But yeah, I'm hyper aware. And I'm trying to be more open about it. I'm trying to fill my fiance in on what goes on in my head in a given situation. Like, I remember we were on a walk in our neighborhood, and we were about to cross the street diagonally. And then I looked, and there was a woman walking her dog on the same side, and I did the geometry of our movements. And I'm like, by the time we get across the street, we're just going to be next to her. While she's walking her dog, we're just going to be awkwardly next to her. So in the middle of the street, I called an audible. I'm like, we're going that way. And as we're walking that way, I realized we're headed straight towards the front of a cafe where there's two dudes sitting, just having lunch. And I'm like, I looked at that, I'm like, we're just gonna end up right in front of them. Like, what happens? We're gonna be right there. What if they look up? I gotta say something. And I'm just gonna look at them and go, the weather. And Emma saw my eyes darting around, probably saw numbers flowing out of my ears. And she's like, what's going on right now? And like an idiot, I told her. She goes, oh my God, you're a lunatic. You don't think of these things? And she's like, never. Dang. So yeah, I'm working on it though, you know? Into therapy. If you guys have never been to therapy, when you first go, the first thing they tell you is, hey, whatever you say in this room stays in this room. And I remember hearing that going, not if I was a therapist. Like, how do you listen to all that juicy gossip and go home to your family and go, it's client privilege. How do you do that? You listen to all that's better than 90 Day Fiancé. Yeah, let a little of that out, you know? Like, my therapist knows I'm a comedian. I have a bunch of videos online. She's never had a bottle of wine at home with her husband, pulled up one of my videos and like, hey, you want to know the backstory to this joke? Huh? A little director's cut to this little thing. You know? I wouldn't even blame her if she did. I think it's the right thing to do.